I think this video is just so important. The only thing you're not going to see here is the recovery times. And I want you to be thinking about recovery, because if he does not show up ready to work out, a good night's sleep, all that kind of stuff, and you're not giving him adequate recoveries between stuff that he does, he can't do it at this level. Also, when you're watching this stuff, some things are sprint fast, some things are lift heavy. Some things are jump high, some things are jump far, some things are bounce. You cannot do these things at this level without being fresh and recovered. I also want you to think about capacity here. Is he developing the ability to play 50 plays in a 3-hour period? And I would say, hell yeah. And I love the variety, because the brain thrives on variety. They took that from me. That's a pistol run. I think if you asked Brian Kula why you do this, why you do that, some of the things he well, I just kind of have a hunch it's good for him. It doesn't have to be science. Really heavy pin squats, Brian thinks are big hormonal. I usually, when people talk about hormonal effects, I'm usually yeah, you just making shit up now. But I think that, it makes sense that if you do something really heavy, like a pin squat, you might have a hormonal response to it. So you don't have to have a scientific reason for it. One of my go-tos, does fast people do this drill better than slow people? And if it's yes, let's get our slow people doing those things. Let's do things that fast people do. I say speed is not just another bucket. This is another way for me to say it needs to be prioritized. But people have a hard time with this. They just can't sort shit out. I read the book Essentialism. It did not change my life. It reaffirmed my life. For a lot of people, Essentialism changed their life. It's a short book, so even football coaches could probably get done in 6 months. So read Essentialism. I believe that speed improves the other buckets. Or you could say that slow is not good for the other buckets. Speed amplifies power, for example. He's finished in the state meet in South Carolina. Now, Tony and I might struggle a little bit with this, because I'm sure that he can take guys that are a step slow and allow and get them to play game speeds at a high level. But what I believe is that guys that are a step slow, if they got a step faster, would even be better at agility. Everybody always talks about Barry being, this amazing multi-directional agility king. He was fast though. He was legit fast. Great athletes are easily taught agility, in my opinion. I've never seen a super fast athlete bad at acceleration. I love all the things that David talks about with acceleration, blah, blah, blah. I love all that stuff, and I think people should do it. But a lot of times, unknown aspect of acceleration is it's still controlled by the CNS. And as you improve your CNS, as you get faster, you will accelerate better. I'm not saying not to push and pull sleds. I'm not telling you that. Not to run up hills. Not to do banded stuff. not the shred mill. I'm just saying that if a guy goes from 11.5 in the 100 to 10.8, his acceleration times will also improve. Just saying. This is kind of controversial, but as this cat slows down, he will not make these kind of plays anymore. I believe that being super fast allows you to comfortably and efficiently play at game speeds, which means the game kind of slows down for you. I believe that as you get faster, you will make more plays. This is a story. We learn from stories. There was a meathead coach, self-proclaimed meathead coach, old school, endurance, 3-hour practices, bring them in on Sunday morning at 7 a.m. and run their ass off before you yell and scream at them during film sessions. He was that kind of coach. He started feeding the cats, and his fortune improved, his marriage improved, all that stuff. He called me one night and said, "Coach, we just beat Centralia 35-0, probably the biggest win in school history." And I had a running back named Devin Willis that they gained 325 yards in 32 carries. I go, holy cow. Was he gassed? He goes, oh, he was gassed at the end, coach. But his final carry was 51 yards. To me, I said, why is that? He said, well, we only practice like 90 minutes. He's getting 4 hours extra sleep every Saturday morning. He comes to practice on Monday, can't wait to get back to football because he's missed it so damn much. We sprinted all summer instead of doing hard workouts. I think that's powerful. You do not have to be a marathoner to run the ball 32 times. I believe that speed potentiates the weight room. Potentiates to me just means it makes the next thing better. There is not a better warm-up in the world for the weight room than a quick speed workout.